Counting underway in South Korea's parliamentary elections. Voters are most concerned about cost of living in this election. Vote counting is underway in South Korea as the country awaits the result of its parliamentary elections. The election is widely seen as the midterm referendum on President Yoon Suk-yeol's administration, who still has 3 years left in office. His People Power Party, called the PPP, has struggled to achieve its agenda in the rhetoric dominated by the opposition Democratic Party, DPK. Mr. Yoon is under pressure to address the number of issues, including rising food prices, a rapidly aging population, and the ongoing doctors' strike. Exit polls are projecting that the opposition will secure the majority of the 300-seat parliament, though such polls have proved inaccurate in the past. In recent weeks, Mr. Yoon been criticized for appearing to be out of touch with voters' inflation woes, but the opposition has also faced similar criticism. If the exit polls proved accurate and the PPP fails to secure the strong representation, Mr. Yoon could leave office with little to show for his time. Other than his foreign policy achievement, his major success has been building up relations with Japan and the US to counter China and North Korea, but that will have little bearing on this election. South Koreans will be voting in line with their wallet more than anything. The president, whose approval rating has been falling for months, has also battled a series of political scandals since he was elected in March 2022. A hot mic caught him swearing in September that year after a meeting with US President Joe Biden in New York. His wife Kim Gun-hee has been embroiled in the controversy of allegedly accepting a luxury bag gift, while separate corruption and abuse of power allegations have been leveled at senior members of his party. The most pressingly for voters, however, may be cost of living concerns. Just last month, Mr. Yoon drew flock for the visit to the Seoul grocery store, where he commented that the bundle of green onions priced at 575 won $0.65 was reasonable when the item had been priced by the store at a discount due to subsidies. The item would have otherwise been typically priced between 3,000 won and 4,000 won. Mr. Yoon's comment sparked a backlash, with the farmers organizing sit-in protest with bundles of green onions. The vegetables also started to appear at the DPK's election rallies. However, the main opposition party has also been beleaguered by its own political controversy and internal struggles, and has also faced corruption allegations. Voter discontent with both major parties could create a window of opportunity for new smaller parties and potentially a more multi-party rhetoric, analysts say. We do have many smaller parties contesting this election, which is pretty extraordinary. There are 38 smaller parties registered for the proportionate seat. Proportional seat, said Eun Jung Lim, an associate professor at Gongju National University. But she added that even with voter disillusionment, the main competition remains between the PPP and the DPK, neither of whom have offered strong policy solutions to the cost of living crisis. The major concern for Korean voters is inflation, especially groceries. Those prices are deeply related to the ordinary people's lives. At a polling station in Seoul on Wednesday, voters were most concerns about the cost of living. I need to buy apartment, so I need prices to come down, but I cannot see things improving, said Kim Hyun-seo, a recently married fiance worker. 81-year-old pensioner Kim Gon-soo said he was struggling with the price of food. The people like me are having a tough time. The prices are too high. I buy a few things with my welfare payment, and then there's nothing left, he said. Others voicing the frustration about how combative politics in South Korea has become. During the campaign, politicians have focused more on tearing down their oppositions than addressing Korea's problems. I hope the leaders will not fight and will instead work together lead this country, said 85-year-old Hong Ok-sun. Voters cast one ballot for their representatives in the National Assembly, which makes up 255 54 seats in the 300-seat parliament. They also vote for the political party, which then allocates the share of the remaining 46 proportional representation seats to party members. The result, likely to be announced later tonight, will decide the makeup of the country's parliament for the next 4 years.